Hi there, welcome to Bees and Blooms. This week we're going to talk about goose mating season. We are right in the thick of it, and you can see behind me there's King Gustav and his girlfriend Glenda. If you want to have success at breeding geese, you'll need a few things. First, a pen and a coop enclosure. Second, water for them to swim, bathe, and mate in. Third, proper nutrition. And 4, good nesting locations so you can raise healthy babies like these. There's several requirements for a mating pen, or indeed a goose pen in general. First, it needs to be predator proof. And you can see here that we've got a roof made out of plastic netting. Well, that roof is probably bobcat proof, but I'm sure wouldn't work for a larger predator like a bear or maybe even a mountain lion. So think about the predators in your area and be sure that your containment system works for keeping them out. We also have plywood along the base. And the reason for this is that often predators, like bobcats, will reach their paws through the fence. It's also particularly good when you have baby geese because they are very small and able to go through most fences. The other criteria for a nice mating pen is that it's spacious. So this pen is about 20 by 20, gives them plenty of room to walk around, take baths. We have a nice little pool for them to mate in, and basically just feel like they're enjoying life. It's also important to provide good shelters for them to brood in. A good pool of water is important as the geese use it for drinking, bathing, and mating. What we use are these metal galvanized stock tanks. Here's the crew. And outfit them with a drain, a valve and a drain so that you can clean them regularly. Proper nutrition is important for breeding healthy babies. Geese require a slightly different mix of protein, vitamins, and minerals than chickens do, and breeding season requires extra calcium for the geese. We used Missouri waterfowl maintenance diet, supplementing it with free choice oyster shell for calcium. The babies will need extra niacin, which waterfowl feeds have, or you can supplement with soluble vitamins in their water or brewer's yeast in their food. But don't forget, geese evolved to eat grass, so if at all possible, get them on grass. Let's talk about personality changes. During mating season, the males get very territorial, fighting with each other and putting on a good show of chasing the humans away by hissing and charging with outstretched necks. And if you slow it down, it sounds like a velociraptor. And when mating season starts, everyone pays special attention to grooming and hygiene. The mating dance begins with lots of head dipping by the male to draw attention to himself. Don't you think I'm handsome? Isn't my snake neck beautiful? If she's interested, the female approaches and joins him in the water. It can get a little rough on the female. There are some situations where she's held underwater for what seems like a really long time. It's kind of scary, but so far it seems to all work out. The ganders will sometimes tussle with each other. Here, Gus and Angel are play fighting. They are best friends, so there's no chance of real fighting, just good-natured play. But it does draw the attention of the females, and they come over to investigate. And of course, one thing leads to another. Mating in the goose pen is a spectator sport, with the peanut gallery cheering them on and celebrating when it's done, if not joining in. The females start building nests about a week or so before they lay any eggs. We provide a big pile of straw for them, and they transform it into a beautiful nest that will provide cushioning and insulation for the eggs. And sometimes your friend's nest looks so good that you just have to steal a little bit of it.
Hi, Miss Zoe. You made yourself a giant nest. I'd never seen a nest that big.
Mr. Zeke, what are you doing acting like a chicken? Roosting, guarding your Zoe girl. Pip is taking notes. Here we are in the goose pen, looking for the results of all this mating. We've got our first egg of the year. Let's look. Goose eggs are pretty big, weighing in around 150 to 200 grams each, or 4 to 7 ounces. They make really good omelets, and of course, baby geese. Okay, we're going to put this egg back in the nest. We've marked on it the date that it was laid and the weight, and I know who laid it because there's only one female in this pen. So it's good to keep track of those kinds of things so that you can tell whether an egg might be kind of past its expiration date when you let them sit on them. Okay, we'll put her back. And the goose actually had it all covered up with straw, so we'll tuck it back in there. Cover it back up so she never knows we were there. Now, a goose will continue to lay eggs until she has the clutch of the size that she wants. So if you take them away, either to eat them or to incubate them yourself, you'll really encourage your goose to lay more eggs. This can be good. You can get lots more eggs to eat or incubate, but it also wears them out pretty fast. They need a lot of calcium to make the eggshell, and they don't eat as much once they start sitting. And so if you have a goose going into her brooding phase that's already drained by laying lots of eggs, it's going to really put a lot of stress on her body. Here's a solution. What we do is we buy fake eggs from Amazon, and these eggs are not quite as big as regular goose eggs, but they work. They convince the goose that she's got a clutch of eggs, and then she'll start sitting. Once she starts sitting, you can then pull out the non-viable eggs, or often they will kick them out themselves because they're lighter. They're not quite as big, and the goose decides herself that they're not going to make it, so she kicks them out of the nest. The goose will lay one egg every other day or so, but doesn't start sitting on them until she has a clutch of about 10 to 15 eggs. The development of the embryo doesn't start in earnest until the egg has been warmed to goose temperature, about 99.7 degrees Fahrenheit, for 48 hours or so. And then we have hatched. Proud mamas and daddies. There's nothing cuter than a baby goose. We also incubate some, and those are the best.
Oh my God.
You miracle. Thanks for watching. See you next time.